From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 19th, 2018. Some 10,000 Palestinians took part in riots at the Gaza border fence today, burning tires and hurling stones at IDF troops who responded with riot dispersal measures. An IDF spokesperson said there were also 3 breaches of the fence in which Palestinians crossed into Israel and then retreated back to Gaza. Arson devices were also sent over the Gaza fence into southern Israel. An IDF aircraft targeted a terrorist squad launching the devices. All this despite a rare call earlier today from some Palestinian organizers of the so-called March of Return riots, urging nonviolence at the border fence, citing efforts to resolve the conflict. UN Special Coordinator for the Middle East Peace Process, Nikolai Mladenov, also called for calm. He said, "I urge all to exercise restraint, to proceed in a peaceful manner, and to avoid escalation." The UN, he said, is working with Egypt and its partners to avoid violence, address all humanitarian issues, and support reconciliation. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu welcomed the Prime Minister of Vanuatu to Israel last night. Charlo Salwai and his wife joined Netanyahu and his wife at the Prime Minister's residence in Jerusalem, where the 2 leaders met and vowed to continue their cooperation in fields like water, agriculture, and technology. Netanyahu said despite the great distance between the 2 countries, Israel and the South Pacific Ocean nation are close friends. The Antidefamation League is asking that Twitter remove hateful anti-Semitic tweets by Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan. Farrakhan posted a video this week of a recent speech he gave. In it, he addresses, quote, members of the Jewish community that don't like me, thanking them for, quote, putting my name all over the planet because of your fear of what we represent. He said, I can go anywhere in the world and they've heard of Farrakhan. Thank you very much. In the tweet accompanying the video, Farrakhan wrote, I'm not an anti-Semite, I'm anti-termite. ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt told the Jewish Journal Louis Farrakhan has a long history of vile anti-Semitic and anti-LGBTQ rhetoric. His latest remarks dehumanizing Jews by calling us termites are despicable. Greenblatt said, we call on Twitter to remove Farrakhan's hateful content from the platform to prevent him from spreading and normalizing such hateful messages. However, BuzzFeed reporter Joe Bernstein tweeted that Twitter told him that Farrakhan's tweet did not violate their policies. A woman who, as a teenager, saved a Jewish family during the Holocaust has died. In 1942, Stefania Podgorsky, who was not Jewish, was just 16 when she and her younger orphaned sisters hid 13 members of the Diamond family in the attic of their home in southeastern Poland for 2.5 years, saving their lives. Stefania had worked in the Diamond family's grocery store. The Podgorsky sisters were honored as righteous among the nations by Yad Vashem in 1979, and the 1996 film Hidden in Silence was based on their story. Berzminski died on September the 29th at the age of 97. The American Jewish Committee is once again calling on the government of Lithuania to remove a plaque honoring Nazi collaborator Jonas Noreiko. We had reported to you last month that Noreiko's granddaughter uncovered information about her grandfather, who was seen as a hero in Lithuania, that he oversaw the establishment of the Jewish ghetto in Šiauliai, including the seizure of Jewish property and the murder of thousands of Lithuanian Jews. AJC's Director of International Jewish Affairs, Rabbi Andrew Baker, said, for the memory of Holocaust victims and the protection of historical truth, we must strenuously oppose efforts to memorialize and honor wartime-era leaders who themselves were complicit in the crimes of the Holocaust. A recording of a speech made by former Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin is going up for auction. The recording was made and broadcast live on May the 15th of 1948, one day after the establishment of the State of Israel. The Kedem auction house in Jerusalem said the speech recording was hidden for 70 years. CEO Meron Aaron said this historic speech, which has only just been unearthed, provides us with an extraordinary glimpse into the spirit of festivity that is mixed with preparations for the battle that surrounded the founding of the state. He said it was a privilege to receive such an important piece of the history of the State of Israel. The Begin recording will be up for auction on November the 13th. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, October the 19th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by Israeli musicians in concert. At 8 o'clock, remarks from Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer. At 9, it's the film An Unknown Country. At 10:30, it's Musica. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, a look at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 19th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.